Hi, I'm firefighter paramedic Ryan Matthews, and this is Report on Conditions.
On this episode, we take you to a residential structure fire in the city of Indio. We also take a look at a traffic collision in Lake Elsinore.
Engine 1 with report on conditions.
Hi, I'm Brad Perry, and thanks for joining us on today's episode of Report on Conditions. Last week, from January 27th through February 2nd, the department responded to a total of 4,247 calls for service. This included 3,240 medical emergencies and 112 fire-related calls. Here's a few incidents from that time period. On Wednesday, January 29th, firefighters were called for a reported residential structure fire in the 83,000 block of Cardinal Avenue in the city of Indio. The first arriving unit reported a single-story residential structure burning with exposure to the adjacent structure. With diligent work from firefighters, both fires were contained, and the American Red Cross was contacted for a total of 8 displaced residents from both structures. One patient was treated at the scene and declined further care from paramedics. No additional injuries were reported. On the evening of Saturday, February 1st, firefighters were dispatched for a report of a traffic collision at the intersection of Corridon Street and Grand Avenue, just southeast of the city of Lake Elsinore. The first arriving company officer reported a solo vehicle traffic collision. One patient was transported by ground ambulance with major injuries to a local area hospital. No additional injuries were reported. During the late hours of Saturday, February 1st, firefighters were dispatched for reports of a house on fire in the 81,000 block of Palm Meadows Drive in the city of Indio. The first arriving company officer reported a single-story residential structure with a well-involved garage fire. Firefighters were able to contain the fire within 17 minutes of arriving on scene. The American Red Cross was requested to assist with 2 displaced adults. No injuries were reported.
My name is Travis Lim, a battalion chief in the Intel program at Southern Region Operations Center in Riverside. CAL FIRE has been using this detection software since 2023. In the spring, it was tested and was launched to all the CAL FIRE command centers. So AI detection uses the Alert California cameras. There's 683 locations in the state of California, the over 1,100 cameras. AI is trained by using hundreds of petabytes of data given to the system to constantly improve, and it's teaching the system to become more accurate. So the Alert California system provides 24 hours a day coverage, 7 days a week, 365 days a year throughout California, which is far more than any of the human lookouts could do. And they're also available at night, and they can see much farther than the human eye. While this doesn't replace the need for humans in the system, it greatly enhances our capability of early fire detection. The Alert California system also provides coverage in areas where there's not normally humans and or cell coverage in the area where fires would normally take a longer time to be detected. One other thing that it provides is situational awareness for monitoring active fires throughout the state. This is Travis Lim, Battalion Chief for Southern Region Intel, and I'm proud to serve the citizens of California.
Disaster doesn't always announce itself. That's why you need to plan ahead when disaster decides to pay a surprise visit. Most apartment fires begin in the kitchen, especially when food is left unattended. Fire extinguishers should be your first line of defense. Always have one in your kitchen and know how to use it. Do your smoke alarms work properly? Test them monthly and replace their batteries at least once a year. Know the building layout like the back of your hand. Practice EDITH, exit drills in the home, and have at least 2 exit routes planned. Remember, in a multifamily dwelling, otherwise known as an apartment building, fire safety is a shared responsibility. Look out for yourself and your neighbors.
Let's take a moment to highlight a few promotions and retirements from within the department. Congratulations to everyone who recently promoted. To those who retired, we wish you well on this new chapter in life.
Different doesn't mean anything bad. It just means that you're special. You're one of a kind. One of a kind.
That's all for this week's Report on Conditions. Follow your firefighters in action on our social media at CAL FIRE RRU and stay up to date on incidents happening countywide. If you caught any great footage of our firefighters at work or out in the community, send them to us at rrupio@fire.ca.gov. On behalf of your Public Affairs and Community Education Bureau, I'm firefighter paramedic Brand Perry. Thanks for watching.